Hey, how's it going? It is I, Hazel Gertrude, and I'm here to tell you that reading only memories tonight. Yeah, even though it's hard because none of them are written down. That's not alright. I mean, that's just weird. Unless you could read people's minds, but how do you read memories? They're in your head. Well, it just baffles me. I'm just a little old lady. You're not old. You call me all the time because you're an old fart. I'm 65 years old. I'm 436. I'm older than you. And I look 100 times better than you. Shut up. Anywho, presenting the Wizard of all games, William Rungo Yellowhammer. Dollarbeer 84. Yeah. How's it going? How's it going? Okay. Enough of that. Let's get to it here. So we're back to playing 2064 read-only memories, or 2064 ROM, as the cool kids would say. All right, as you know, the hip cats. I think that's the lingo of your world now in the current year. Whatever. I read it in a book. So, where we left off, there's this winking marshmallow guy on the screen that says, "Okay," as she would say. Excuse me, I farted. So, let's get started. But before we start, I had a little run-in with a failed experiment that I've done. I tried to make food more abundant with an experiment, but I tried it only with one carrot. I didn't want to have, do it with a ton of them, and then the experiment run awry, and they all become like sentient little monsters that just start terrorizing everything. I want that, so I put one seed in, poured the serum on it, and grew one carrot. Well, I'm glad I only made enough for one seed, because this serum did exactly what I didn't want it to do. What did I just say? Just a second ago? Them becoming sentient little monsters and then try terrorizing everything? Well, that did happen. Let me adjust my lighting here. That did happen, as you can see here. I cut its head off, though. So now it's just a regular little carrot with legs. So just tear off the legs there. I don't want to know what that part is. Nip that right off. Nip this. There we go. Ugh. Well, I've never known a carrot to have bones. This does. It is in there. Ugh. I'm not eating that. Luckily, I grew some carrots without the stuff. So now... Oh, Oh, jeez. Alright, that. So, you know, I got regular carrots. Right here. Little snack. While we're playing game. Healthy. Nutritious. Helps you see in the dark. Possibly turn your skin orange. No, seriously, if you eat a lot of carrots all the time, I mean like tons every day, your skin will turn orange. Because of the thing that you call in your world beta carotene. Never happened to me, but I don't eat a million carrots a day. Although, there have been cases of vegetarians who eat tons and tons of carrots. Their skin turns orange. Think about it. Let's get going.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
All right. Here. I'll be hearing me a little better. All right.
Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot. Mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas.
Alright.
Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years. You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be.
For the rest of my lemonade. Been loving this drink.
Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something. But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him. probably not as exciting as you hope.
Alright.
I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at. No problem.
I forgot! Fart Lord. Yeah.
I'll be around, if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Very good. Isn't Hassie the best?
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed, resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately. An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for treatment. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage. Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do...
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul. You look good.
Shut up, Turing.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh, by the way, while you were showering, I was able to replant your Crassula ovata. Don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. When I try talking to it, it doesn't even notice I'm there.
It's because it's a plant, Turing.
Either way, our next move is Stardust.
Welcome to Stardust.
Hey, y'all. How goes the search? Shit. Well, I can't say I saw that one coming.
Oh, you said a bad word!
I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time they hit the place. Huh. Any ideas who it could have been?
J. Edgar Hoover.
The walls had been spray painted with many grotesque human revolution slogans. It is possible that Hayden was targeted by the organization for his work at Parallax. While my development may have been a secret, he is rather well known for his work on virtual intelligence data.
One moment. Don't want that being on the ground. Ah, found it. Oh, no. That's not what I was looking for, but nonetheless, I had lost that. One moment. Found a little vial that I had attached to my necklace here. There.
A layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI, nor do I think the average human revolution member would care to make the distinction. Equally likely, it is an effort to throw us off the trail of who's actually done this. Right. Dr. Fairlight was very kind to point us in the direction of the Human Revolution protest leader. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this after interviewing him.
Yannick Fairlight? When'd you run into him?
Oh, we were ambushed at the apartment and got hit with some kind of neural stunner.
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital, and Dr. Fairlight happened to be occupying the same room we were placed in. We had a discussion with him about Hayden's situation, then came here.
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than I first thought. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now. I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearance between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps.
Oh, wait, no, no.
I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you. Good. Now to lighten the mood. While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network.
Good. Your hair's stupid, but good.
Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security clearance levels.
Well, there you go. Ho, no, Nicodedo.
If Parallax has anything on Hayden's situation, it'll be in there.
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you was not misplaced. How long do you think it will take you?
Oh, about 2 shakes, I'm gonna go to
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road.
It's gonna take me 2 shakes of a dog's tail in the heat with the go to the rutabaga.
Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder than putting a greased up fat man through the eye of a needle in a sandstorm.
I'm gonna need physical access.
Just like a dog sniffing another dog's butt in the rain.
I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it ain't exactly in a nice part of town.
Ain't in that part of town, with all them weirdos we would know with the hair like me.
In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. Not enough profit in it.
California and Detroit?
I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sale, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ shop.
Squeeze me?
You might not be able to tell, considering her viper's tongue and penchant for hitting the clubs harder than she's got any right to, but Jess is actually an attorney. She specializes in defending people in violation of the Human Protection Act and does almost all of her work pro bono. That's earned her a whole gaggle of pals amongst the hybrid community around here, as you might imagine. Ain't no one gonna cross her in that part of town. Black market hybridization ain't exactly HPA compliant, if you catch my drift. And none of them ever know when they might need her to defend them in court. Hey, we ain't got it that bad. I mean, at least our police force owns its own self. I hear down in San Jose, the richer neighborhoods have actually started hiring the gangs to protect their places. When even the rich folks can't get good police work, it's a sad state for everyone else. And the less said about LA, the better.
Don't this harken to something in your world? Kind of current events. Wow. It's almost like it's a bad thing.
That's the spirit.
Fart Lord!
I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated.
Well, whole day, diggy day, no. Gonna be faster than a flea on a flip-dop, doobadop.
Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too.
Nah.
But I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP room.
Oh, great.
It's hybrid night, and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nice, or her friends will thump you something fierce. I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance, and we'll see what happens. Sure thing, hon. I've got to head on out of here and get started on setting up the run. Just have Turing let me know when y'all are ready.
Oh, I see Jess over there behind some ropes. Let's go over and say hi to her.
Oh, hell no. Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Journo, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me without telling me you're press. Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on hybrid night, and no way am I vouching for you. Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
You heard her. Let's go.
How rude. She didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. We have to get back in there and try to be reasonable. Surely she will see the importance of our task once we've explained everything. But that bouncer probably won't let us back in. Perhaps we should try befriending someone nearby and convince them to vouch for us? It's a statistical long shot, but the worst case scenario shouldn't leave an excessive amount of physical damage.
Welcome to Stardust. You need anything? My name's Majid. What are you having? Let me look up how to make that.
Drinktionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Wait,
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the bar rather than running it.
No, I just memorized all the drinks. You're better with the customers. Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus. This one is...
Rawr. Thank you, hun.
I knew it!
Here you go.
Rawr, thank you, hon. Okay.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drink it. I'm Caitlin. I'm usually a lot more sociable. Things have just been rough today. My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic, making it even harder for him. They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting. No one else lives around here, so I'm kind of all he's got. But it's not a big deal. He'll be done with the main set of treatments in a few weeks, and we'll be free of them. I just feel bad for everyone else they're messing with. Aw, thanks a lot. I'm lucky to have him. So, there's plenty of people here. What made you want to talk with me? Oh geez, this really is my favorite drink. I have to wake up early for class, but I'm at the club, so I guess I'm already too deep in. Well, don't spread this around, but to blow off steam sometimes, I like to write short stories. Nothing too serious, just stories about people I know. We'll see. Hey, it's been really nice talking to you, but I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to come with me to the VIP area in the back? I have some friends who might be over there. We can hang out with them. They'll like you.
I don't know.
Great, let's go.
Didn't I say to beat it?
We're guests of Caitlin. She said we could join her.
All right. But it's on her if you can't stay out of trouble.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
Well, hope you come by again.
Excellent. Sorry for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole subterfuge thing you humans do. However, we can take another run at having a conversation with Jess. We have a dragon to slay. Onward!
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never have to see you ever again. So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat, practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you? You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising. Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit.
Yeesh. That wasn't even mean to her.
So if you want my help, you gotta do something for me. If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules. What I don't need is you kissing my fuzzy ass. Only people I like get to do that. I'm not buying it anyway. I need you to break up those human revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street. I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what discreet means. Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else. Like Washington.
Funny.
Not here.
We found out that the hybridization thing causes horrible cancer later on.
I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off. So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like? You want to help? Don't treat hybrids like animals for living out their lives. Shit, all of this isn't even a choice for some of us. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy?
Go ahead.
Skin cancer. Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost.
Huh.
So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch.
No pun intended?
You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity.
No reason to be a butthole.
Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin. It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, she would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. All the time. Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even heard the worst part yet.
Do tell.
The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breed. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person.
And maybe you should have died of cancer.
The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me.
Aren't you human?
Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most.
Well, you know, when you're ripping throats out.
In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen, and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. And my insurance decided to just not pay up, due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court, and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since.
Huzzah!
So, there you go. I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default. Happy now? How's your savior complex doing? This is getting you off? Don't tell me you would have treated me better if you had. It's never true. I need honesty more than sympathy. You know? Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
No, I want to talk to the other girl.
All right, it sounds like we know what we... Let's go to Market Street and break up...
You again? All right, I'll let you in. But you better stay up.
Oh, I'll stay out of trouble.
This is exactly what I needed to get my mind off things.
I kind of like her.
I kind of feel like dancing now. Want to join me?
Don't bug people, please. You'll get us... I still feel bad about leaving our new friend like that, but there are others to chat with. We have no time to lose.
This is exactly what
I'm ashamed to say I've gone on a few assy spike benders in my time.
I kind of feel like dancing now. Want to join me?
Oh, sweetie, you want to make a drink for him? Yes, darling. Oh, my God. That was a big old stereotype if I ever saw one. I'm serious.
Well, there are the protesters.
Wow, that's a huge protest.
I have to admit that I still find the vandalism of Hayden's apartment puzzling. The protests themselves have been entirely peaceful so far, and the human revolution, regardless of the flimsy philosophical ground they stand on, are not a group known for projecting their ideology through unlawful means. The more I research them, the more I have to admit to the statistical conclusion that we're either dealing with a deceptive covert operations scenario, or less likely, a radical splinter group.
Yeah.
Still, I doubt it will hurt to ask around. Brian Mulberry is there in the center. Fairlight said.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Look at. Oh yes. Pretty woman walking down the street. He looks like Roy Orbison.
Hello there! Would you like to hear about the dangers of our country's unchecked use of genetic modification?
Hello there! Well, hello!
I have pamphlets. Here, take one.
These are the people they're worried about? I don't know, so far.
Oh, yes, Yannick called and said something about an investigation into an apartment break-in. He didn't elaborate, and I'm not sure how I might be able to assist with this. But if Yannick is involved, I'll do whatever I can. How can I help?
We found Human Revolution graffiti.
We're a peaceful organization, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds. But off the record, some of our younger members can be a bit overzealous, as any hot-headed teenager tends to be. I'll look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of our younger members were involved, they'll be turned in to the proper authorities. I'll also let Yannick know anything I find out. Is there something else I can help you with? What questions can I answer for you?
Okay, so far, I'm not gonna. This guy seems like he's on the up and up. But, you know these games.
Genetic modification is one of the most dangerous sciences we've ever fooled around with. It's playing God on the highest order and threatens to unseat what humanity is altogether. Cybernetics is a dangerous path as well, selling off pieces of ourselves bit by bit for mechanical... If you ask me, genus isn't the kind of... At our core, we are a peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them. The human revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end. It falls to us to make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put their senseless faith into every day. On a personal level, we would like to exhort every individual to try and live more simply and reject any gadget or medicine that would make us less than we are. We hope to educate the public about the dangers of rapid technological advancements. We want to warn the country away from thoughtlessly accepting every scientific discovery we make before it's too late. We used to say that splitting the atom would surely bring about the end of humankind. But now we're changing the very things that make us human, our biology, with nothing to ensure our safety. The revolution we're after is humanity as a whole making the decision to remain as we were created and return to how we lived before genetic science put us on the wrong course. This world is Icarus, flying too close to the sun. It's only a matter of time before our arrogance becomes our demise. Just because we can, doesn't mean we should. Is there something else I can help you with? Of course! If you have any other questions, feel free to come back. I always have time for the press.
You clearly missed doing real journalism. I'm impressed. I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist thing. Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new lead, even if this one doped. Harry Golden. How fitting to use a quote from a newspaper publisher, and I agree with the sentiment. More leads will find us, should we seek them out. Let's keep moving. Don't forget, we're still here to actually break up these protests. Let's see if we can't figure out a solution together. Make sure to look around and think carefully. I'm sure we'll find something. Let's not. Two's company, three's a cloud. This kind of ROM requires an RFID key to access it. It appears to be owned by the nearby Hassie Bar.
Aw, that is the most adorable little ROM. What kind of model is it? Where did you get it? It's so moe.
Kawaii!
Oh wow, you don't see a whole lot of those around. Must have taken ages to get that case looking that good, with a home printer too. I'm impressed. Anyway, what can I get you? A drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk. The protesters outside the clinic are driving off a lot of my regular customers. Filling up my bathroom too, jerks. So, area. You should check it out when we do Christmas in July. It can cover the whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough to keep the sun off. Sort of like today. Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many credits to let just anyone poke at it. I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you mess with it. You know, enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you break it. Otherwise, no touching. Sorry. Otaku speak. I just mean he's really cute and lovable, and you kind of want to hug him forever, you know? A lot of otaku come around here, probably because I own the place. I'm used to being able to shoot my mouth off and not explain all the jargon. Yeah, I know it's a bit out of fashion, but I'm a history buff. The past really gives context to stories of the present. You know what I mean? I've been to Tokyo twice already. The old otaku resist the new culture of the saishi in the same way their parents refused to give up cassette tapes. Oh, sorry.
The Saiba Shibito, the Cyber Dead. In the early 21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made that worse. Suddenly, people weren't just refusing to leave their rooms, they were refusing to leave their heads. But as the technology got better, the Saishi were the first to figure out how to use their own brains to sculpt cyberspace. Computers are good at thinking in straight lines, but the human brain is capable of so much more. The best virtual landscapes, the most real VR dramas in games, are created by the Saishi. Now, even if an earthquake or a meteor or whatever leveled Japan, they'd still have Neo Tokyo built on the VR net. But enough babbling. If you're interested, I'm sure you could find more out on the mesh, or use an induction helmet to visit Neo Tokyo yourself. It's a trip, especially for newbies. Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Ramona. I guess there isn't much to tell. I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan, and bought this place. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction. My priorities are justice, cute stuff, and magical girls, in that order. What else? I pretty much don't leave the store. Look, they've got the right to protest, but I don't have to like it. Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next. So I'll be voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because of an entitled, bigoted jerkface, I will lose my goddamn mind! Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an autocap crash when I was a kid. I also got neural links for VR interfacing. If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair right now. Or worse, depending on how far back they want to push our medical technology. It's already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fist. What more do they want?
A rocket-powered fist? Why would you want that? It's a weapon.
Sorry, but that thing, I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you. You know, enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you... Otherwise, no touching. Okay, enjoy your drink and let me know if you need anything else. Dr. Yannick Fairlight. I've heard of him. Super rich guy? Used to own System 1? Why are you giving me his card?
Yes! He's getting on in years, and it would be useful for when he goes out and about. That's why we wanted to see it before.
Yeah, okay. I guess you can take a peek. Don't bust it, though. I scanned this card, and I swear if you break my ROM, I'll be calling your boss. Here's the RFID key to access it.
Thank you. This will surely be useful for our needs. Shall we go check it out? this ROM has multiple different climate control settings. Maybe we could make things a little more festive. Christmas is my favorite season. Should I switch it to snow mode?
Oh, yeah.
It's snowing? Okay, people, I for one didn't bring any winter wear. Let's call it a day for now.
Excellent work!
Did it peacefully, too. Fart Lord is A number 1.
While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to disperse a protest, we at least accomplished our goal peacefully.
It's probably going to be 2 parts, but for whatever reason we just went. So, 2 parts.
And to be frank, considering how the human revolution is clearly working against my personal interests, I won't waste many clock cycles puzzling that ethical quandary out. Might I draw your attention to those youths over yonder? Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia. Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution. Right. We should approach them cautiously as to not start a confrontation with the wrong individuals. They may even point us to the true culprits. Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. Come along, maybe we can catch them. We'll never catch them on foot. Hold on, I'm calling for an auto cab of our own. I know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have a hunch about them. The wicked flee when no man pursueth. The auto cab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive. We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them. Perhaps we should call Tomcat. Maybe they can do some bit of techno-wizardry and stop that cab. Excellent! Hold on while I connect us.
Howdy, folks.
How you doing, weirdo?
How's the search for the data cache going?
Actually, that's what we're calling about, Tomcat. We may have located the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making their escape in an auto cab. We attempted to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away. Can you hack the cab and stop it?
Oof, no can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in. Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec. All right, that went faster than spit on a skillet. job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network? Do me a favor and don't ask why. The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit.
Oh, darn it.
They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail. I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turing, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and load it up on Turing's face. Sorry, Turing.
Ooh, they're on the move.
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back.
Well, on that note, people, I'm going to head on off. So, I will see you all later. Alright, so let's, you know what's gonna happen. Okay, show's over. We're hungry. Well, it's not exactly late, but, you know, we're going. Okay? We're going to the tavern. They have chicken, fried chicken. Oh, it's so good. That's what we're going to have with broccoli. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, see you later. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, don't know what we're going to be playing. Maybe not. I think maybe tomorrow we'll just have a chat. Maybe not. It all depends. Look up for the, you know. And if you would like to contribute to the show, there is a wish list. You know, for like things to be done on the show, and he will, you know, open up our packages on a stream. So, have a good night, sleep tight, and eat the bed bugs. Okay? Yeah! Alright, everybody. Show's over.